Mr. Speaker, will you please call the House to order?
The bill is passed.
We'd like to get a budget that represents the interests of the people who are standing here with me now.
To be part of the struggle to achieve a better society for all.
We want to build stronger neighborhoods, vibrant communities, and make New York a more affordable place to raise a family. Welcome to Assembly Update. I'm Assemblyman Santabarbara, representing the 111th Assembly District, which includes Montgomery County, parts of Albany County, and parts of Schenectady County. My guest today, Mark Weintraub, who is the Executive Director of Schenectady JCC, which is the Jewish Community Center. Welcome to the show, Mark.
Well, thanks for having me.
I appreciate. We talked a little bit before the show. We got quite a few things to go through, and it's great to have you here. But to start off, let's talk about the JCC and all the wonderful things you're doing. I know I visited several times there. You have a wonderful pool and so many other things happening.
Well, thank you. I mean, you know, I can talk about all kinds of things, our strategic plan, our strategic vision, but when I talk to people, I tell them I'm in the fun business, because that's what we really are. There are very few people that walk through our doors, be them young children or people, seniors or people in middle ages, who come in with down face or crying, except for maybe the preschoolers every once in a while. But the reality is that's what we do. People come our purpose is to enrich the community, and that's really what we're all about. We're also, I don't know if you're aware of this, the largest child care provider in the capital region, ranked third year in a row by the Albany Business Review. We have a very large child care operation. We have children that come as early as 6 weeks up to 6th grade, and we take in any one of our frameworks between preschool, after school. We have a contract in Niskuna schools for their after school and camp, take care of almost 400 kids a day.
That's amazing, and the campus is quite impressive, and I've had a chance to visit it just over the summer, actually, when we kicked off the pre-gala celebration with colleagues, and I got to see during the summer some of the programs happening and some of the things that you guys offer there.
I mean, we sit in a very unique location, 25 acres of land, and actually, you know, the JCC is 94 years old. We actually started, it's interesting, we started in your district. The JCC started down on Albany Street and Germania Avenue, where the Jewish community was located. In 1967, they purchased 25 acres of land, and that's the campus that we sit on today. It's a very unique location. The Golub family campus is really what our campus is named, and we have an beautiful outdoor pool where you were referring to, and tennis club, and it's a great community asset. We have one challenge, and that is we have no frontage. When you drive by, we have a little sign and a little entrance, and people have no idea when they get down the hill what the Oasis is. And the other thing, if you could just spare me 3 seconds, is that people think that they can't walk into the JCC if they're not Jewish, and that's really not the case. About 70% of our members are not don't identify as Jewish.
And it's open to the community. And
absolutely.
And the other, with this location, you've been able to expand and do more. Having more area, you've been able to do different things.
Yes, and you know, that's one of the things that we were very fortunate. We looked at it, we said, wow, we have 25 acres of land. What can we do? How can we reimagine our campus? And you know, one of the things we did, and there's a picture that I share with you, was we set up a outdoor living space called Teva Play. Teva means nature in Hebrew, and it's an opportunity for young children to expand what we teach in our preschool to the outdoors, and made out of all recycled materials. And I think it's a very unique space. It may be the only space of its kind in the Capital District at a public
it's sort of a playground, and it's all recycled materials.
That's correct.
And it's been reused, and this is open to kids to use and to play.
That's correct. And it's based on, our preschool early childhood program is based on, it's play-based. So they're playing with different materials, be it water and water play, music, earth. They have their own garden that they grow, and they grow their own vegetables. It's very cool. And the idea and notion is not just that this is a playground, but the curriculum is based, that's inside, is also outside. So there's an actual curriculum that the teachers follow in a framework in terms of how they work with the children, in terms of playing with the materials and learning concepts related to STEM and STEAM.
Amazing. And there's you know, we as I said, we visited there several times, and you have partnerships, and one of the partnerships is is with Capital Capabilities, and we were able to join you, I think, just last year with do a little bit cooking with you. We had a quilt that we shared. Tell us about this partnership and some of the things you're doing. There's some amazing talents that are coming out of this. Some artists we talked about before the show. Let's talk about the individuals that are part of this program.
Sure. Capital Capabilities really came out of a couple of things. Number one was we started looking at our mission as an organization. Are we just providing services for the community, or what's our social mission? What are we providing to the community that maybe we have not been providing before? And the area of working with people with disabilities was identified. So I kind of grabbed together people that I knew from Rotary and different areas, Schenectady ARC, Living Resources, some of the local rabbis, OPWDD was involved, Cindy Fagan Markowitz, and just we built a coalition with a very simple mission to enlighten the abled community about people with disabilities. Because as I've learned, and I'm no expert in the area of disabilities or delivery of those services, many of these organizations are looking to streamline people with disabilities. And so here we are, we're a community center, we're in the middle of our community. How can we work with those organizations and those folks to streamline them in? So that what the outcome has been is this wonderful coalition of people who I found out later, don't really talk to each other, because you know how we are in the nonprofit world. We tend to silo a little bit and be a little competitive. We created a forum where people get together on a monthly basis. We have an annual event. That was the event that you were honorary chair of, and you cooked that wonderful spaghetti frittata.
Oh yes, that was wonderful. And we had Dory Marlin there, and we were able to cook together, and everybody I think participated to some degree and learned a little bit about.
It was your son's birthday too.
It was my son's birthday, yes.
Right.
And there's the hat, the Capital Capabilities cooking hat that I wore.
And we have here a Capital Capabilities. So what was cool was we came up with the logo and everything, and now this is our cap. And we call Capital Capabilities Cap.
Yep.
So this is a cap. Go figure that one out.
And I recognize the logo from the cooking show, and wonderful.
So one last thing I wanted to mention to you is that on October 21st, we just set the date. We have a mural that was made by through our partnership of the Capital Capabilities. We've also done individual kind of partnerships with some of the various organizations. And Living Resources, 30 artists with disabilities created a mural. It's 12 plaques, 12 pieces of a painting that are pieced together. It's a graphic of the world, and it's gigantic. It's in our indoor pool. Okay. We actually repainted the whole pool based on the colors. So we're going to be unveiling that on October 21st in the afternoon, probably around 4 o'clock. I hope you can come.
Yes, we will certainly be there to unveil that, and the community is welcome to join us as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's really kind of cool is that was created in Malta, but at the Malta location of the Living Resources. It's being displayed in Schenectady County, and Living Resources is an Albany-based organization, so we're hoping to bring together the chambers and the 3 communities to really make this a celebration at our JCC. So we're excited about it.
Wonderful. Yeah, we'll look forward to that. And speaking of murals and things, I guess along those lines, there was a quilt that a wonderful quilt that we displayed in our office that I think is worthy of mention. We should talk about that quilt. We had it in our office for a while, and there it is right there. And I know it's been passed along. Tell us about this quilt.
Well, one of the outcomes that we decided of our group was that we would have an event that celebrates, that really creates a dialogue between people with disabilities and people without disabilities. That was basically the idea, but also to create a community statement through art. So this quilt was under the concept of dream, achieve, create. And we gave each square of the quilt was given to organizations throughout the Capital District, and they're put together. And the quilt itself is moving around the community. If anyone watching this is interested in displaying it, we want to get it out into the community so people can learn about the collaboration and bring this beautiful piece of art and streamline it into a place where maybe they've never thought about people with disabilities before.
And it's nice that it's being shared, and it's something that's being sort of passed on to a different location. And it's great to see that it's sort of a community asset that everybody gets to share.
Correct. And I want to thank you because you were the first. And
well, I'm happy to. Happy to have it.
And that really helped put a real light on what we're doing. And through the initiative of Capital Capabilities, we're not producing anything except a consciousness. And that's all we want to do is raise consciousness and create interactivity, because people with disabilities may, on one level, have a certain negative, but in some ways have great pluses and great abilities.
One of those individuals, Denny, that we just saw a picture of.
Denny Pullen.
Denny Pullen is actually an artist. We saw his picture. He's able to create artwork, and that's individuals that's participating in one of your programs.
Yeah, Denny came to us. He's from Syracuse area through OPWDD, the Office of People with Developmental Disabilities. He was hit by a car as a young man, and he's a quadriplegic. He tells his story, but he also is an artist. He created a way to paint by using his mouth. It's unbelievable. A dot a day. He's won New York State awards, and he's a funny guy. I mean, we became quick friends, and I said to him, I said, Denny, you're a funny guy. You know, you tell great jokes. You should do stand-up. He goes, I only do sit-down. So,
and it's great to see that people have opportunities like this to show their talents. And this is something that has been discovered through this, and that you're able to say, here's a great artist, somebody that can do things, and we just have to recognize the talent.
Well, I think that's really important, Angela. I mean, we are doing also inclusive. So we have a kiln, which is pretty unusual for Schenectady County and where we're located. And we have a ceramics room, and we've been running inclusive ceramic courses. So what happens is the instructors typically we've had instructors come from various agencies, and the people, they bring with them artists who have disabilities, and then we open it up to the public. And what happens is the people with disabilities have amazing level of art, and then you bring someone in who doesn't know anything about art, and you've kind of leveled the playing field here.
Yeah.
You know? And to me, that's what it's all about. It's how can we interact, people who have abilities and don't have, people who are disabled and people don't have certain disabilities, and create dialogue and positive interaction.
And of course, we want to talk about your gala coming up on November 14th, Key Hall, right in downtown Schenectady.
Yes.
That is happening at 7 p.m.
That's correct.
And there's the invitation right there. So if people want to participate, they can do it
Absolutely.
in person. They can contact you. And you also have a website that we're going to put up there, and I think it's SchenectadyJCC.org.
That's correct.
So anything we talked about in the show that we didn't cover here would be on that website. I would encourage people to participate in the gala and be there to support an organization and all the wonderful things that you're doing and support the programs you're supporting as well.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. We've had a great community support, and it's been a wonderful evening, corporate, and we bring together kind of corporations and individuals and government, and it's just been a wonderful, wonderful experience. I hope more people get involved.
And I saw that at the sort of the kickoff of this year's gala that we did at the JCC, and you did have community support. We recognize some individuals that are participating, and there's a picture there of some of the honorees, and you do have community buy-in here. You have community support. They want to see this organization succeed because they recognize some of the things we just talked about and all the wonderful things. And there's always room for expansion. You do have a large piece of property there, and I in the future, I'm sure we'll look forward to more and more happening on the site.
Well, I appreciate that. And we really do work on a very limited budget. We don't have a marketing department or anything like that. I hope to get somebody soon. So word of mouth has been extremely important. And I've just been getting out in the community. It's amazing, the acceptance. And, you know, for Niskayuna, we're a fairly large employer, and we're a little bit of a sleeping giant. So it's just exciting for me. And we get energized by the support. It just makes everybody want to do more and create more.
Well, Mark, we certainly want to thank you for being on the show, for sharing some wonderful information. Again, I'm going to give that website out again. It's SchenectadyJCC.org. I encourage you to go to the gala. And there's other ways to participate. People can volunteer. People can be part of programs. They can help out.
Sure.
They just have to make the call or get on the website, ask some questions.
And I have to say one last thing, because the Jewish New Year is coming up on it's Sunday night, and for 2 days. And very traditional in terms of Rosh Hashanah, the New Year, is to blow a ram's horn. And actually, we have an amazing expert in the community, Neil Golub. We had an event this week where he blew the shofar, the ram's horn, with some young children. And the ram's horn calls people to prayer. It's the ancient version of Facebook. So, and I know you're a Facebook guy, so I'd like if maybe we could. I got you this one.
Okay.
This is, no animals were hurt in the making of this. It's all plastic. It's for kids. But
okay, so we
could end the show with blowing some shofar. Ready?
Let's do it. 1,
Just 2, 3.
Stick with us on Assembly Update. More to come. Thanks, Mark, for being on the show. More from great organizations like JCC when we get back.
Hi, May I please have an application? Thank you.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Okay.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
French fries. Finding best potatoes.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
So you see, son, good manners are important. Should I go through it again?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Exactly. Always say please, thank you, you're welcome, excuse me, sit up straight, hold doors open for ladies. If the door's locked, knock first, don't burp, don't swear, don't stare, don't use bad language, or talk with your mouth full, keep your elbows off the table.
What table?
Don't interrupt. Cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. On the bus, give your seat up to anybody who has trouble standing. Bottom line, treat others the way you want to be treated. Got it?
Got it.
Good talk.
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.